The Circus Maximus in Rome was one of the largest structures in antiquity. It was built in the 6th century BC and was subsequently remodeled several times until it reached its peak in the 2nd century AD. Located in a valley between the Palatine and Aventine hills, it was the largest in Rome. It could hold more than 200,000 spectators in its stands, with a space reserved for the nobility called the pulvinar. It had a sand track 600 meters long and 150 meters wide, divided by a central partition or spina, decorated with temples and columns. The emperors used to organize large games to gain the loyalty of the people. It was used for gladiatorial combats, equestrian exhibitions, foot races, animal fights, but above all, and for what it is best known, chariot races. These races normally pitted 4 teams against each other: red, blue, green, and white. Each team had its sponsors and supporters and could race up to 3 chariots per team. The participants entered the arena through the Pompey Gate and crossed the entire track to reach the other end of the stadium, the carceres. There, after drawing lots for the starting positions, they awaited the start of the race. The chariots set off at full speed, trying to get as close as possible to the spina and complete the 7 laps of the race. Each time they crossed the finish line, one of the 7 bronze dolphins, placed in a visible place on the spina, would turn over so that it could be seen how many laps were left. The drivers or charioteers were usually slaves or freedmen, and despite being able to accumulate great wealth from their victories and achieve great renown, they still belonged to a lower social class. The races were extremely dangerous for the charioteers and for the horses themselves. The charioteers wore the reins tied around their waist and carried a dagger with them, so that they could cut them in case of an accident, and thus avoid being dragged away. Whether accidental or provoked by rival charioteers, one of the participants often ended up on the ground, badly injured or dead. In addition, cheating was common and betting played an important role. Sabotage, and even the use of magic, were a regular part of the races due to the intense rivalry between the factions and their followers. After completing the 7 turns in the circus arena, the winner would take a lap of honor, while the rest returned to the stables. The most successful charioteers and their horses could become very famous and recognized throughout the empire, although this could be short-lived, given the dangers of their profession. The Circus Maximus ceased to be used in the 6th century AD due to the decline of the Western Roman Empire and structural and social changes in the city itself. Since then, it has been progressively dismantled to use its materials in other buildings. Although there are hardly any remains left, the Circus Maximus has not yet been dethroned as the largest sports venue in history.